Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is now another live edition of S.A.D, something about Dynamite here on the Around the Point Network. It is Thursday, March the 2nd, 2023. And it's finally March. I'm excited. That means the warm weather is approaching. Well, what's going on, everybody? The gang is here. What up, y'all? I am that Peruvian Fight TV extraordinaire. I am Steve. Here joined by the good brother all the way from Detroit, the pride of Detroit, Big Mike. What's up, Big Mike? How are you?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling.
Chilling. You know who knows a lot about chilling? The man at the bottom. The host of Chilling with Chase here on the Around the Point Network, all the way in California. Live from the Chase Mobile himself, Chase Oliver. Chase, what's up, man? How are you?
Nothing much, man. Sorry for background noise. I just don't want the phone to overheat. If this causes the phone to overheat, then I don't know what I need to do. I have to buy like a non-overheating case or something. But yeah, it gets hot in California, and as you can see, it's a nice, beautiful day.
Nice, beautiful day. You got the polo shirt on, ready to go.
I always have that for fall. It's my work shirt. What else do I have to wear this?
At least you're not one of the puts the collar up, like pops the collar and shit. Like I remember back in the day.
Oh no, keep it low. Keep it low. You know.
There you go.
Yeah, this ain't the '80s no more. Huh?
I don't top button here. Like there's a motherfucker in my office. He top buttons. I'm like, no.
I hear you. There you go. We got people in the chat. We got Safet in the chat. What's up? By the way, the tag battle royal suck. We'll get into that later on. We'll get into that.
This school is kind of hacked, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
What's up, everyone from J Mac? Listen, guys, we got a lot of things going on today. Yes, we're live today with S.A.D, but later on today at 7 p.m., our boy Caden Lee, young Caden himself, will finally be hosting his own show here on the Around the Point Network. All Honor. That will be the Ring of Honor watch along. Honor returns, and so is now the debut of All Honor. So we'll be joining Caden, myself, Big Mike, Walter will likely be joining him as well as we watch along to Tony's reincarnation of Ring of Honor. Right? So there's that. And tomorrow on Around the Point at 6 p.m., we'll be giving the preview of AEW Revolution 2023. All right, so if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, to the Around the Point Network, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this a big old thumbs up. Hit that bell notification. You'll be notified when we go live on the daily. And, of course, on Sunday is Chilling with Chase. But AEW Dynamite officially, has come and gone. The go-home show to Revolution. Even though someone will say, oh, but what about Rampage? Yeah, wait for Rampage. I mean, not many folks watch Rampage. This would be a perfect time.
Man, nobody watches that.
This would have been a perfect time.
Match?
Are they though? Let's see.
I think one of the advertised matches is that four-way tag match.
Oh, that's better than that match we're getting.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's like one of the bigger matches, which is
because like
honestly better.
When he does these live rampages before the actual pay-per-view, it's actually like he has like one match that's worth the darn. Remember, he had that triple threat TNT title match. It was like Guevara, it was El Idolo, and then it was Phoenix, I believe, wasn't that? That was a phenomenal match. So I know that was different because New Japan wouldn't allow the AAA and CMLL guys in. Whatever, who cares? So.
Yeah.
That
was around Forbidden Door, right?
We got our boy Walter in the chat, the dynamic trio. What's going on, Walter? Hopefully see you later on today for All Honor. What's up, Palu? Chiefs in the chat. What's up, brothers? Is Vince booking Dynamite too? This has to be AEW's worst go-home show since its birth. Yeah, let's just get this out of the way, okay? Rampage. It felt like a rampage last night. Dynamite, let's get this out of the way, y'all.
Let's fucking go.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Of course you did.
Of course.
I thought he was thinking of break.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I thought he was done with AEW. And he left. That was the shortest sabbatical I've ever seen in my life.
Listen, man, you gotta remember on Friday on Around the Point, he vented his frustrations with AEW. He poured his heart out. You know, it's like you about to go to the bar at the bartender for the whole bottle. Like that's how frustrated he was with AEW. Now all of a sudden it's like, you
Now
know,
he's back. He
now
went
he's
to Ring
back.
of Honor and Dark Tapings. He's back. Tony
Yeah,
Khan suckered him back in.
Tony Khan basically, you know, Tony Khan saw him at Ring of Honor. You know what he was like, bro?
There's a little snake in the grass right there. Hey, little boy.
Basically. People in the chat writing here. I like the show. Hi everyone from Sleeping Angels. It sucked, but it was better than Raw. Caden with the Mark Henry retirement from CPZ. Stop playing clips and do the show. Hey, listen, you should be
Stop
Caden,
commenting and get on.
You should stop commenting. You know, we'll prep for your show later today. Prep, get ready. You know, take a nap, eat something. You know, do some push-ups or sit-ups. You know, open a cookbook. Caden with the Tom Brady first retirement.
Yeah, dude. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to take a break." And then here he is. He watched it. I was like, "Oh, okay, he's watching."
He's watching, yes. Palou right here. Aside from the battle royal, most of it was good.
In ring wise, it was good. I didn't like the storytelling for this week's episode. Like the ladder match is really the only thing where I'm like, yeah, go watch that. Everything else, like besides the last promo, you can skip this show. You wouldn't miss much.
Last night it was rough to watch. Tough. Last night was rough to watch. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Only 3 promos was good. I'm getting gas. You better fill that up, buddy. Fill up that tank. Literally everything but the battle royal was good. Brian Danielson, Hook, MJF saved the show. I'll be honest. Listen, I've said this all the time with every I said this all the time with every WWE show, and the same thing applies to AEW. The purpose of a go home show is to get people to buy in, to fork over the money, right, for the pay per view, right, to get excited, to go, you know, yay, right? I can't wait for Sunday, right? It totally. At first, I'm like, yeah, why are they doing it on a Sunday? But then it hit me. The GOAT is coming back on Saturday. The GOAT.
Yeah.
You know? So Tony Khan knows he knows his place. He knows, listen, I am not competing with the GOAT. No way. You know
especially how long his pay-per-views go. By the time his pay-per-view ends, John Jones is probably walking out.
Exactly. Basically, yes. Absolutely. You know? But then it's a Sunday. So all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? I feel like the only thing that I give a shit about on that pay-per-view is the world title match. But that's
I'm looking forward to 2 matches.
Which was the other one? Don't tell me it's the 3-way for the women's title, bro. Don't.
No.
Don't tell me it's the women's title, bro.
I don't even like that feud, so I can't like that match.
What is it?
It's the world title match. It's the 60-man Iron Man match, the 60-man Iron Man match, and it's the Texas Death Match. That's it. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Fair enough. Chase, what about you, man? What are you looking forward to on this pay-per-view coming up?
The 60-minute Iron Man match, Texas Death Match, and Jungle Boy and Christian, and the No Hold Barred. Those are the only 3 matches, really, to be honest.
Fair enough, guys. Let us know in the chat what match are you looking forward to and all that stuff. Also, just to remind you guys, we'll be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. to preview everything that is Revolution. So the show opened up. By the way, they were at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. The beautiful Cow Palace, right? A lot of wrestling history there over the years. The show opened up with Orange Cassidy defending the All-Atlantic Championship against Big Bill. Now, I guess we can all agree here, right? All of us here agree, and even the gang in the chat. There's only one Big Bill that we acknowledge in wrestling. This man right here. That's the only Big Bill that we acknowledge, right?
Thank you, Steve. I know everyone likes to not talk about me. I have one badass spear left in me, and I got one match owed to me by WWE. I know this is AEW, but I would like one last badass spear against anyone. So if you guys want to sign me up, Tony Khan, give me some money, because Goldberg has one last devastating jackhammer in him.
Thank you, Mr. Goldberg, sir. We appreciate taking the time out of your day. But you see, guys, there was that. I get what they were trying to do, right? Have Orange Cassidy overcome this adversity. He took a beating. A way overdue beating. Listen, we know how good Orange Cassidy is. I know how good he is.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean,
what were you going to say, Mike? I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
the match was fun, but man, it's just some things that it's just small nitpicks that I hate about Orange Cassidy matches. It's like when he gets beat lifeless, or like when he was getting strangled by Big Bill, and he was getting ready to big boot him, and he just fell, but he wasn't like done. He started playing with his hair. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You're supposed to be like, you're supposed to be done. And then he picks him up again, and he does it again. Then he rolls out like super fast. It's just small nitpicks that I don't like about that match, but it was a fun match.
Fair enough. What about you, Chase?
It was a fine opener. Orange Cassidy is a good wrestler and stuff, but I think he's losing what made his gimmick so appealing to like the casuals, like why people like Orange Cassidy and love about him. That's just my opinion, because I feel like Orange Cassidy, like he's fine to be a champion. I'm not saying, you can't make him a world champion or make him a champion.
Yeah.
No, he can win a title. It's just I don't think his character's built to be like a defending champion type champion. Like he's more of like, oh yes, let's reward this guy for being entertaining, hilarious, and great. But at the end of the day, let's use him to build up a good heel. That's what I feel like he should be used for. But Big Bill would have been a perfect Atlantic champion. I felt like he would have been fine as an all-Atlantic champion, especially for this firm faction that really has no direction. Like, why not give it to Big Bill? Guy looks in great shape, looks like he's ready to go. It would be a good heel champion. I feel like that's what the All-Atlantic Championship needs, especially, maybe someone that will do a lot more traveling too. Maybe Big Bill can. I think he does more independence than what Orange Cassidy does. I mean, I'm pretty sure his asking rate for independent shows is not on the Orange Cassidy level of accurate, because I feel like that's the thing with the All-Atlantic title. That, like when Pac was champion, I liked it because he was going on doing all these different shows, and stuff, and defending the belt. That's where I feel like you should be doing with this All-Atlantic belt. So that way it gives guys and gals, or mostly guys. I mean, you can do intergender matches with this one, but you can do guys versus, AEW guys. It's like, oh yeah, there's this guy that is on this show, and I feel like that's where the All-Atlantic title is kind of losing its purpose. It's just becoming a nicer looking TNT title. It's just like, this belt looks nicer than the TNT title. So I feel like they definitely need to try to find and build up, either another guy to beat Orange Cassidy or a big time heel to beat him soon. But yeah, he's definitely kind of like, he's a good wrestler. Like he can have tremendous matches. I'm not saying he should tone it down a little bit, but even he said it himself, like in an interview years ago. Hey, I can be a good wrestler. I know I'm just as good as these other guys, but really, to be honest, where's the fun in that? Where's the entertainment factor? I'd rather make people smile, laugh, and enjoy themselves than just be a good wrestler. And right now, he's falling into the territory that he didn't want to be in as a good wrestler. So that's why I feel like, his reign has gone on a little bit longer. And like I said, you can definitely award the guy. The guy's perfect to be upper mid-carder, win the belt, be a hope. And this is not an insult. I know I hate today's wrestling fans because they think, oh, you're insulting Orange Cassidy. No, I'm giving the dude props because he actually has a fucking role. Most of these wrestlers don't have a role. Most of these wrestlers can't even find a niche for themselves. This guy is like, a lot of people will say I'm crazy with this comparison, but he's like a Roddy Piper in a sense where it's like, hey, Roddy Piper had a role. This guy has a role. We know what Orange Cassidy brings to the table, and it's good shit. But the problem is Orange Cassidy is falling out of his role just a little bit. And that's the issue sometimes. Some of these wrestlers, they don't know how to settle in the role. They try to aim too big. And don't get me wrong, there's times where it's like, okay, yes, it's good to aim big, but you got to also settle in a little bit. And I feel like with him, he's becoming too much like everyone else, and he's not, becoming who, what made him viral, what made him Orange Cassidy, what made people love this guy. He's a great wrestler, but
Yeah, he's blending in and not standing out.
Exactly. I got the defendant. See, you know how how we like to call them the freakazoids are. They'll be like, oh, they're just haters, and it's like, no, we're giving you valid analysis. It's just that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then one last thing, Steve.
Go on ahead.
And just to piggyback on what Chase was saying, like we need like a monster heel, like a secondary monster heel in like the mid card, because there's really not one at all. Like there's not one for the TNT title. It's not working. No. That's not working.
You know what it is? Joe in 05, 07, yes, that would have been it. It's just that now Joe is just, I hate to say it, and I love Joe, but he's old. His time is come and gone.
Joe's just like the cool uncle. Like he's just like, oh yeah, he's a cool uncle. Like we love and respect what he did, but he's no longer the monster. Like, is he intimidating? Yeah, you can be intimidated by Samoa Joe, but he's no longer the same type of monster where you're like, oh yeah, he can obliterate through everyone. He has weaknesses nowadays, unfortunately, but still great talent.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just they need to find that secondary monster heel, and he is a ratings draw.
He is.
Yeah, he is a ratings draw.
We're not debating that. I'm just saying, like, there comes a point where you got to understand what Orange Cassidy is to your show, and also like understand like why he is a ratings draw and why people love him. And the more you try to elevate him, the more issues it may cause down the line, then it will help the product. That's just me personally, because so many people fall in love with the fact that everyone should become world champion. Like, that's how wrestling fans are. Kind of, they believe being a world champion, that's all that matters. They don't understand how being a mid-carder is not a bad thing. Being the mid-card is not a bad thing and stuff like that. And sometimes, just because a guy becomes a main eventer does not mean they deserve to be always the world champion. Like, not everyone that touches the main event scene needs to hold the world title. Is it a nice accomplishment? Yes, absolutely. But then sometimes you just got to say, well, we gave the guy the belt. Let's just build up the right guy to take it away from him. Like for example, Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston won the WWE Championship. Kofi Mania was great. It was awesome. He beat Bryan Danielson. And then you look at it afterwards and go, okay, well, it all led to was another boring Brock Lesnar title run. It didn't lead to anything. It didn't lead to anything else like that. You felt like, okay, this is like, I should have been pissed. Like, people were pissed the way Kofi lost, but they were pissed because of how the match was executed and booked. They weren't pissed because Brock Lesnar was this big time heel that beat him. And that's the thing. Not everyone sometimes needs to be like, not everyone needs to be elevated like so like that. And Orange Cassidy, it kind of feels like they're trying to elevate him as a potential AEW world champion from what I'm looking at as a viewer, because the way he's wrestling, the way his performance is as a current, secondary title holder, it feels like, okay, yeah, maybe this guy can become world champion, but that's not really the role for the Orange Cassidy character. And I felt that's where he, like what Big Mike said, he's blending in. He's becoming like everyone else on the roster when he used to stand out. So that's the thing. I think that's an issue that could come arise because, he has a great fan base. And I could see it where he becomes like a character like a Daniel Bryan, like Eric Young and TNA and stuff, where fans start, to rebel against, what the bookers want, and they start cheering for him. And then you have to force an angle where he becomes world champion, and then you say, what was he really the right guy? Was he? And it causes issues. That's all I'm saying. Like,
exactly.
We have to add this analysis. We have to add this analysis, Steve, because otherwise we'll be going up through the show real damn quick.
Yeah. What's up, Alessandro? How you doing, man? And again, I thought the match for what it was worth was a nice opener. I think Pete wrote this here. Bring in Nick Aldis and have him carry the All-Atlantic belt. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, he'd be perfect. Perfect All-Atlantic champion. Be kind of boring, but yeah, perfect.
Yes, absolutely. But we'll see where all this goes. But yeah, man, just Big Bill for me is just not doing it. He's not. So there's that too. Read another comment here. It's unfair that Chuck and Trent were replaced by OC and Danhausen in the 4-way tag match.
So fucking stupid, bro. This guy is unserious. This Tony Khan guy right now is so unserious about this shit. Like Steve, I want to use the reverse Grado Khan. Can we talk about this bullshit first before we talk about the ladder match? Because if we talk about the ladder match, I don't even want to talk about this tag team battle royal.
Talk about who?
Orange Cassidy.
Dan
Let's
who's
reverse Fatal comment. Let's just talk about this next.
okay. Let's
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we're talking about the tag team battle royale to be the final entrant into the Fatal 4-Way at Revolution. This was the casino style, right? Casino battle royal, right? Now, here's the thing
Yes,
about
that's the
it.
casino.
You guys who know me already, you guys already know I am a sucker for a battle royal. I am a sucker. Even like back, remember like when TNA used to do like the reverse battle royal?
Yeah.
Even that, I'm a sucker for it. I can't help it. I just am, right? But this, last night, no. What was this? What was this, man? What the fuck? You know, the final, like, you know the thing about it, people were, I know there was a certain someone, I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, who was telling us to bet the mortgage on an FTR coming in, right? So confident, right? So confident, right?
It went
That
from 90% to 99% after listening to.
yes, man. He was he had his all believing like, oh, FTR gonna make a comeback. It's gonna be FTR, and where were they? Where were they? I didn't see them.
Once I didn't hear, like, dude, I knew that there was no surprise entrant for this casino battle royal because, dude, here's the thing. The sheets would have known already. The dirt sheets would have leaked out something like, oh, we see Sting backstage, or oh, FTR is backstage and stuff. Like this is something where by like 2 p.m. my time, there's already like a report that, oh, so and so is going to return and stuff. So I knew from a minute when nothing was coming in by 2 p.m. and it was 4 p.m. and I saw nothing on my Twitter timeline. I said, yep, they're going to do something weird. I don't know who is it going to be, but it's going to be something weird. And they went bizarre with it for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, see, this is the thing too. This guy just defended the belt against Big Bill, and now he's going to the tag team division with Dan. Like, dude, like Tony Khan, be like Danhausen in a pay-per-view match. Like, I get it, everyone likes Danhausen and stuff, but wrestling wise, I've seen that everyone's going to chase. Go watch his match with Johnny Gargano when he was Donovan, whatever, and this pro. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen him wrestle before without the base paint. I know the guy can fucking work. That's not the issue. The issue is this: your tag team division is
shit.
It's a mess right now.
It's shit.
The Basham brothers are your tag team champions. You have Danny and Doug Gunn as the tag team champions right now.
Yeah,
They're claimed who were your most over tag team. I don't know what it is with Tony Khan. He gets something that's over, and he's like, how do I make this not over? How can I make people not like this tag team anymore? And it works. He just does it. He finds ways to make overacts just boring. Then you put Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, Team TNA, in this match. Look, I love me some JE, double F, JA,
double R, E,
double T.
double T.
I love him. But what are we doing? Why is he getting a pay-per-view match over the Best Friends, over other established tag teams? The Lucha Brothers, Sano Miyano. What is New Japan on this show too? Or are they saying, oh no, we can't have these guys on this show? AAA running a show that week. Why aren't they in this card? Aussie Open you brought over, but why aren't they in this match? Like that's the thing. Like it's like you have other options. It's not like, oh, we'll chase off. Obviously, you're not watching the show. There are options. I named you 3 of them. Heck, even the idiots from JAS, what were their name in NXT? Everrise 2.0? Where are they? They could be. Hey, look, you don't have anything for Sammy Guevara and Danny Garcia. Why don't you put them in this match as a tag team? You have all these options.
Because Sammy had to do a stupid, crazy dive off a ladder. Or almost die on a ladder with Action Andretti, right? Because we need that. We need that in the match, obviously, right?
But that's the thing. Like, he could have been in this match. It could have been an easy, like, hey, Sammy Guevara and Danny Garcia, Jericho wants to see if they can work together, prove that they are the future of Joss and everything like that. Like, you have all these options, all good options, and you say, my best 2 replacements for this tag team is Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal and Orange Cassidy and Danhausen? You have the Blackpool Combat Club. What the fuck are Claudio and Wheeler doing?
Well, they were in the match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have them, and what are they doing?
I don't know.
That's why I'm frustrated, because I just remember they were in this damn match, and it's like, bro, like, this is the team. Like, hey, if you want a fourth team where it's like, can anyone take any of these teams seriously? Oh, well, the Blackpool Combat Club's in there. Oh, okay, I'll take these guys seriously. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, god dang, dude, like, he's so unserious with this booking. Like, you put Dan fucking out there.
Yeah, especially when Danhausen really didn't do much in the whole match. You know, he's just sitting there like this the whole match. He gets beat up.
Yes, I'm gonna curse you. Really nice, really evil. Are we the best friends?
And then Orange Cassidy takes the majority of the. Yeah.
No, Big Mike, go on and finish. I just want to say this real quick. I get that they're merch movers, but you don't need them on the shows to move the merch. Their merch is going to move regardless.
Yeah. Yeah,
a lot of times too, the fan don't realize that too. Like some people will realize, oh, they're merch wars, but still, it doesn't mean shit though either.
Yeah, you're gonna get to the point where this is getting to the point where you're gonna oversaturate Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, because they're gonna be in things that really doesn't obtain to them being in it. It's like, why are they here? They shouldn't be here. That makes me think that Best Friends was supposed to win this, and they couldn't get medically cleared. I don't know what the injury is with that. And it's just, you had better options. You know, you had Top Flight, you had BCC, you had Aussie Open, you had
the Dark Order.
I would even took the Butcher and the Blade. Yeah, you made them a big deal at the end.
Or even, like, you know what they've been doing with Matt Hardy and Ethan Page? Put Matt Hardy and Ethan Page in this match. At least they've been building that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, this is the problem with, like, this match and the result. It's not like, okay, I get if your tag team is just completely obliterated. It's like, oh, Butcher, he's hurt again. This guy's hurt. Sting said no. Okay, I get it. Fine. Orange Cassidy, Danhausen, you don't have anything for them on the pay-per-view, even though this pay-per-view is probably one of your most lighter cards of all time. Fine. Put them on this match. It's okay. It's harmless. But when you look at all the other teams and Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, like, just from a perspective, they're the biggest team in this match. Everyone's going to say, no, Chase the Acclaim. No, Orange Cassidy and Danhausen are the biggest names in this match. That's so bad. That is so bad. Yeah. You can't have that. You can't. Doug and Danny Gunn are not going to get anyone over, bro. Like, what is this shit? Why are they attached?
Here's the question. We're talking about tag teams, right? That could have been in this match. Where the fuck was the booker of Ring of Honor, QT Marshall, and Aaron Solo of the?
I think apparently if you watch AEW Dark, Steve, I guess the factory disbanded or something.
Oh, did they really? Oh shit, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah. I'm sorry.
That's why I put apparently, because I don't pay attention to what's going on.
No, it's okay. You know, now he has a bigger role. He's gonna book Ring of Honor. Give us that Queen of the Mountain match.
He's booking Ring of Honor, man. Yeah.
Queen of the Mountain match. QT Marshall, yo. Anyway.
Yeah. Fuck the tag team. Fuck this tag team tournament. Tag team titles. Tony Khan, you get your shit together, bro. Like, you really need to fix your tag team division. And it's really not that hard because you have the teams to do it. But the problem is you keep making these teams into stupid ass trios to feud.
Yes.
Yeah.
So never thought I'd say this, but the tag division needs the Young Bucks back. Yeah.
And what's stopping the Young Bucks from even joining this party? Like, they can have all the belts.
They want to be
so
trios.
What? So what?
I know.
So what?
Well, here's the thing: if they have the trios in the tag, that's them
logistically,
political power.
Realistically and logistically, how many trios are there? It's Death Triangle, House of Black, the Elite. Who else?
There's a setup.
Top Flight. Who else? That's 4.
Oh my god! This is what you're using your tag team titles for, to set up the Best Friends splitting up. Wow, man! Booker of the fucking year, dude. Yeah, that's what we want. The Best Friends split up. No one ever asked for this. Only Tony Khan. Tony Khan was all like in his head. He was like, "Oh, it would be good idea, Best Friends they split up."
Yeah, so he could put them on Dark, have a feud on Dark.
Oh,
Rampage.
Oh, Rampage. It's just
Rampage. I don't even think that's Rampage worthy.
This is Rampage. I know. Look at this. Alucard writes in the comments here. I know people hate Orange, but do they hate the gimmick or the physique of Cassidy? Would Brian Cage work as the character?
I think it's the gimmick. I don't even think it's like it's the physique. I think he's fine. I think it's like a lot of people just don't like like Big Mike. Most of his complaints about Orange Cassidy when he talked about the match was his goofiness that he was doing, like rubbing his hair when he's supposed to act out. So I don't think he cares that Orange Cassidy beat a bigger guy. I just think we're just saying it's like it comes to a point where he is losing the gimmick that made him popular, and he's becoming like everyone else, a good wrestler. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You mean Ring of Dark? Oh, the hell. The hell was that lazy trash? Yeah. Even my girlfriend, who doesn't care for wrestling, loved the Acclaim. Now she doesn't care for them because Tony Khan buried them
Like,
somehow.
oh yeah, I have the Acclaim. They're so over. Let me just put them on Rampage every week to show no one watches.
Let them rap a random ass generic verse that gives people the but it's not like if Max Cass is gonna be on KOD.
You know what's great about the Best Friends? They probably have one of my favorite Dynamite matches of all time too, against
Santana.
Yeah, and that what's it called? That street fight. They're good. They're a good tag team and stuff. But I just don't know what Tony Khan is like. Oh, I just hate these guys. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like how Chuck Taylor looks. He looks at him and goes like, "Yeah, man, maybe your body's just too weird for TV."
I mean, how many tag teams has he ruined already?
Private Party's probably one of them.
Best Friends, Private Party. I remember going
Remember when people were saying Private Party became stars because like they beat the Young Bucks and stuff like that. And I was like,
it's funny, dude. I remember being at House of Glory, that was where they came from, right? And they wrestled the Young Bucks, right, in the main event. This is the Young Bucks final indie show, right? And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna run this back on TNT, right? And this and whatnot." And they made it seem like they were gonna be a big deal. I remember, like, even before when AEW ran show, they would have like these YouTube videos right on their channel, and they would give you like a trailer for like a whole thing dedicated to Private Party, where they come from, all that stuff, right? And it's like now, obviously, one of them is hurt, another one is just like a stooge, basically. And it's kind of sad. Like Private Party,
even before he got hurt, they were trash. They were booked like trash. Like they were only booked like right for like maybe 3 months.
Yeah, they beat the Young Bucks in the tournament, and it was like, oh, these guys, they're going to be stars. And they didn't even win the damn tournament. Freaking SCU won the tournament. It's like, okay, if you're going to have to me is this, the team that beats the Young Bucks should be the team, I don't know, that wins the tag titles. That just what makes a logical sense to me, especially in a wrestling sense. Like, why put them over like that? And then at the end of the day, they're not the ones who ever won the tag titles from the Bucks. Like, who beat the Bucks again? The Lucha Brothers? And when it should have been the whole time, Jurassic Express should have beat the whatever. I'm not talking about. I'm not the Booker of the Year.
Let's talk about
newsletter Booker of the Year.
But think of the tag teams that have been ruined, right?
Promoter too, 3 times.
Private Party, right? Best Friends, Santana and Ortiz. Remember when they came from TNA, just like Lucha Brothers, right? They came from Impact Wrestling.
They were crying for them tag titles, and they didn't get them at all.
Ruined to the point now where Santana and Ortiz, they don't even talk in real life anymore.
Yeah, they're not even boys. Yeah, that's the sad part too. It's like it's just like one of those things. Like, and don't get me wrong, Tony Khan, I will give him credit on this. Sometimes he does know how to rebound when he books shitty. But then what the problem is when Tony Khan focuses on rebounding, he puts all his focus in that basket, and then everything else on the show suffers. So that's my concern, is that he's going to be so focused on rebuilding the tag division that the other stuff on the show will tend to suffer a little bit. And yeah, it's a shame because AEW, I feel like one of the things that helped it out a lot was the tag team wrestling. The fact that they had better tag team wrestling than a lot of the competitors, and I feel and stuff. And then not only that you could have the realization and the belief that tag team wrestling, this could main event one of their pay-per-views. They're real good, but not anymore. Like you telling me you put out Doug and Danny Gunn taking on the Acclaim? That ain't main event no pay-per-view.
No, it's not. Let's move on though. Let's something else happened on the show here. We got a John Moxley promo from last week after the show went off the air, where he hypes out the Texas Death Match for Sunday. You see him bleeding all over the fucking stairs and shit. That was cool for what it was worth. Nothing to go crazy about there. We have the Elite re-enter, right? They enter the ring, right? They enter like the stage area. They play their music, right? And everyone was singing the song, right, like they usually do. And then next thing you know, it goes dark, and the House of Black are behind them. They get it. It goes dark. It goes dark again. Ooh, boogly woogly, right? Oogly boogly, and they get attacked, and they took away their trios titles, which were featured on a package later on in the night. No one gave a fuck.
Can't wait for that 30-minute classic one.
Oh my god, yo. They're gonna ooh, yes. Oh man. Over under already. Over under already on super kicks. I'm calling it now. I say under 12. I say under 12.
I'm going over, bro, because we're also counting Buddy Matthews super kicks in this.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
Buddy Matthews throws those sometimes too.
Yes. I'm reading some comments here. Dark Order as Uno and Greason and Silver Reynolds are complete failure. And Reynolds are complete failure runs. Yeah.
Unfortunately, they died when.
Whoa! Chill, Dave Sack, chill. But I get what you're
What's
saying.
going on?
Yeah, that's what Dave Sack.
Unfortunately, they died when, and then Steve cut you off to say, "Chill, Dave Sack."
Chill, Dave Sack, chill.
Well, I don't have to finish it then, so there you go.
You know, Kenny Omega gonna wrestle the guy who copied his whole style. Oh yeah, Buddy Matthews, right?
Yeah, pretty much, dude. That's all he does. He wrestles like Kenny Omega.
Yeah, the freaking V trigger and shit. Yeah.
Oh, the V trigger's pretty good actually.
The best friends were my favorite tag team at one point. Now I don't know what is going on in the locker room. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So after this, we get the Face of the Revolution ladder match featuring Konosuke Takeshita, Ortiz, Commander, Sammy Guevara, Powerhouse Hobbs, Eddie Kingston, and AR Fox. Now.
Oh, dude, you just forgot Action Andretti?
Action Andretti. Yeah, him too. Now, going in, listen, he's a failure. He's a bum. He's a fucking bum. Listen,
hey, this guy beat the Ocho.
Jericho did him Jericho tried to make this guy a star, and look at him now. Has he gone any over? You know, it
should be him versus Jericho at the pay-per-view, not fucking Ricky. I don't understand what we're doing here.
Is he a hot commodity? Are people buzzing over Action Andretti?
No. His T-shirt's like top 10 in AEW sales.
Sure it is. I'm sure it's a nice black T-shirt that's gonna fade out after 3 washes. Okay.
Watch someone else put it up. It's not even close.
Tumble dry low, motherfucker. Tumble dry low. Okay, but listen, I heard the name Commander, right? I heard the name Commander just like everyone else, and I was like,
who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
We know him now. We know him now.
We know him now.
He was freaking awesome.
He was fucking amazing. Man. He was amazing. He was chef's kiss. I know earlier today on AEW Ramble, Jimmy Macron was like, the one thing I'll say that he said was like, change the name, Commander.
Yeah, you gotta change that.
Yeah, the name. Listen, on the indie scene, great, right? Awesome sauce, right? But if you're on mainstream TV, and technically, even the Freakazoids don't want to admit this, but AEW's on mainstream TV, you gotta change the name, change it up, right? But yo, he was, I'll say, the MVP of the match.
Yeah, he was great. And, you know, this type of match, too, is a reason why, like, man, even though Sammy Guevara gets a lot of shit, like, these are the matches he excels at. Or these, like, stupid man matches where he can just take, like, stupid-ass bumps and do stupid things, too. Like, oh, man, it's such a shame where, like, you know, Sammy's stock is with a lot of the fans because these are like I said, it's like this match reminds you, yeah, this guy's pretty fucking good too. Like this is the type of match. Like you know who was the LVP of Eddie Kingston, bro. He was the LVP of this match for me.
Bro,
I was just like,
did you hear the promo? He quit.
He's like, I quit AEW. I'm done of you, man. I'm not a part of Wardlow's world anymore. I'm done. And then Wardlow was like,
why
did not want to be in Wardlow's world? Did he take my protein shake? You know,
taking his protein shake in the process as he left.
Yeah, it takes Wardlow's protein shake. How dare he? But yeah, no. When it comes down to it, he just, I don't know. Like, was this the spot for Eddie Kingston? I don't know. Like, felt like it was a waste of my time.
I don't think so. I honestly forgot he was in the match. He had that one little interaction with Ortiz, and that should have been, I think, a bigger part of the match because of their feud, because they don't like each other anymore. Like he hit him with the ladder on the back, and he said, "F you," and then went on about his business. And they didn't touch the rest of the match.
Yeah, which was weird because I felt they would cancel each other out, and then at the whatever he calls the shows now, the pre-shows, the buy-ins and stuff, we would have gotten the what's it called, the Eddie Kingston versus Ortiz feud.
Yeah. Or they would have did like a loser leaves AEW match this past Dynamite, and then that would have explained him what we're gonna probably see later.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, but what's it called? My only complaint with the winner of this match, because I know that I know that the winner was Powerhouse Hobbs, and I get it's his hometown, and Tony Khan loves booking their hometown people to win. My only complaint is like Takeshi's been the guy that's been getting the most TV time out of all of these guys combined, especially Commander, who I think this was his first match in AEW. Kate, if you're in the chat, fact check me. Probably wrestled on AEW Dark episode 205 that I didn't watch. But
or Elevation.
Yeah, Dark Elevation episode 89, which I didn't watch either. But to me, it's like Takeshita should have won this match because he's the guy that's been featured on TV the most. And Powerhouse Hobbs, besides like the Book of Hobbs promos that he had, like months ago. Well, it feels like months ago. Maybe one showed up on Rampage. I don't watch Rampage, so I wouldn't know.
I think one of them was on Rampage. Yeah.
Oh, don't watch Rampage. Sorry, I'm not a real AEW fan, guys, but this is something about Dynamite, not rambling about Rampage. So,
future show.
Future show. Hey,
you can host that. You can host rambling about Rampage. I'll just be chilling with Chase. But when it comes to something about this,
I'm not gonna be here.
Oh. But yeah, when it comes down to it, I felt Takeshita should have won, to be honest.
I agree. I feel like Takeshita was, I'll say this. It was Commander and then Takeshita who were like the MVPs of this match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said,
Andretti. What actually Andretti?
Fuck that bum, yo. Fuck. We couldn't even. Fuck that. He almost killed Sammy Guevara. He almost killed him. He almost killed him. Almost had him on injuries.
You see the comment?
What? Where's Darby? Ain't he the TNT champion?
Well, Samoa Joe. Dude, that's out of here. Chief, who comes on the show, who watches the shows regularly with us and gets his wrestling information from us, and I think follows us all on Twitter and stuff. He don't even know who's a TNT champion. He's like, who's TNT champion? That's how bad this spelled it. Just.
Oh boy.
Yes. Match should have happened after Joe versus Wardlow seemed rushed. Honestly, I would have said it for the pay-per-view. But then again, Action Andretti did not even deserve to sniff pay-per-view. Not even 0 hour. Not even the 0 hour.
Oh, no.
I can't even say that feud is rushed because they put it on pause just to resume now. That's why Darby doesn't have the championship anymore. He got the win in his hometown, and then they said, all right, screw off. We're going to resume the Wardlow Hobbs trilogy.
Yeah, because I thought this kind of ruined, like, Wardlow, because now people are changing their Wardlow and Joe picks, and they're like, oh, well, I think Joe should win now because now people are saying Powerhouse Hobbs should win the title, and I'm like, God, like, okay, I like Powerhouse Hobbs. Should he win the TNT? I don't know. I think we're
He should have won it the first go around.
Not now. He's so cold.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? Like, Joe or Wardlow would make. Well, I think Wardlow's also cold. Joe's probably the best TNT champion you have right now. Why would you give it to either of these cold motherfuckers? And what I mean cold is like they just have no heat behind them. Like no one really cares.
And their name is the same as the one. Yeah, but one of them is spelled Commander. The rest was spelled with a K, now with a C.
Yeah,
that too. But again, do I see Commander getting a contract thrown at him? Probably, hopefully soon. I think he's earned it. You know, especially for that him walking the top rope the long way and then doing that move. Like, listen, I'm watching.
I'm pretty sure they had a match. I'm gonna let you finish, Steve.
I'm watching him do this spot, right? Like, you know, he paused for a bit, right? He paused for a bit, and I'm like, yo, he is praying to the Virgin of Guadalupe right now that he does not fuck up this spot. You know damn well, like he's praying to whoever the fuck he prays to. Please don't let me fuck up this spot.
Like they probably had a match before, but I wonder what a match with him and Phoenix would look like.
Oh, bro, I don't know if they had one or not. I'm pretty sure they probably did somewhere. I don't know.
Obviously, you guys don't watch AAA episode 1042. No. Go to what's that one thing always looks like? Cage Match DB. Just do that.
Probably so.
Yeah.
See, I like when people like I like it where I could avoid watching them before they do stuff in like the bigger shows, because then I kind of go like, then my expectations are gonna be like, oh, they'll just do the indie shit on the big show, and then they gotta tone it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, Steve. What's the last segment I get to talk about before I clock in back to work? What am I talking about last, Steve?
Well, I'll let you pick, Chase. I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick here.
He don't know.
What are the options?
Yeah. What are the options?
Well, you got Jericho and Peter Avalon. You got Matt Hardy versus Hook. You got Tony Riho. And, of course, you got Bryan Danielson and Maxwell Jacob Friedman closing the show.
We'll talk about that.
I want people to stay for the show. Look, guys, those last three segments, Steve, I'm sure were important for you guys. Here's something about Dynamite that we're going to tell you guys about. It wasn't important to us. Anyone will be upset. We don't go into full detail about Riho versus Tony Storm. I don't think anyone's going to be upset that Hook and Stokely Hathaway's feud is continuing, and didn't cover it. And I don't think anyone's going to be upset about Jericho versus Peter Avalon. Bryan Danielson and MJF were allotted criminally 0 time because of that stupid tag team battle royal that we talked about earlier. And somehow, some way, these two amazing wrestlers made it work. Bryan Danielson cutting off MJF, just pretty much putting that boy in his place. Oh my God, this was perfect. This was great. Now you have me conflicted. Now you want me to. Now I want Bryan Danielson to win. And this is what I was saying for the longest time. I just don't know. My interest in MJF and Bryan Danielson is kind of low. I feel like MJF is going to win. It feels like a filler feud. And Danielson has done a great job at making me not feel like it's a filler feud, making me feel like it's important. And honestly, you might have to tune in to around the point 6 p.m. figure out who the fuck am I actually choosing for this main event, because it became more interesting. Shutting up MJF, the guy who doesn't know how to shut up, amazing stuff. And I saw some people, on Twitter, oh, I can't believe he said fucking on TV. Shut up. This was a good time to say fuck you. He's going to kick your head fucking in. This is y'all never watched Bryan Danielson. Y'all are used to your Daniel Bryan, your Yes movement. You're used to a guy who was the rookie for The Miz on NXT. This is my Bryan Danielson, the one I've seen in Ring of Honor, that built with Nigel McGuinness, the notorious 187 Homicide, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, all these fuckers.
Takeshi Morishima, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is my Bryan Danielson. You can have your farm animal Daniel Bryan doing the yes, and all this other bullshit. This is the Bryan Danielson I love. Okay, I didn't fall in love with the guy whose mentor was the Miz, and he was like, "Oh, I'm happy to be here. Oh, I love wrestling and stuff like that." Yes, no, this is my Bryan Danielson, this aggressive ass motherfucker and stuff, man. And I felt they killed it. Both men are amazing, and I have to go clock in back now. Chilling with Chase on Sunday. Hopefully, we are celebrating the greatest light heavyweight of all time becoming the future heavyweight champion. I'll see you boys later. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseLauber68.
All right, brother. Take it easy, man. Get back to work.
you, buddy.
Have fun. See you, buddy. And there he goes. Is he there?
No, he's not there.
Okay.
I'll just.
Yeah, I
okay.
did it.
Yeah,
I did
there you
already.
go.
So,
All right.
yeah, man, it wasn't right that they gave them just a short amount of time to talk. I didn't like that. Again, it's your world. This is your fucking bread and butter match. This is the bread and butter. This is your sell point. You know what I mean? This is the fucking world champion. Instead, he's getting this little bit of time. It's not right. I know right now, Tony. Oh, look at this, man. Look at this, Big Mike. Ready for this, Big Mike? The rating came in. The rating came in. The rating came in for Dynamite, Big Mike. Drum roll, please. Can I get a drum roll, please? Can I get a drum roll, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, gang, oh my dorks and mother flowers, the rating of last night's AEW Dynamite, the go-home show, the AEW Revolution. Man, we should have done a parlay for this. But ladies and gentlemen, the final rating is... The final rating, ladies and gentlemen, is, I can't believe this, 833,000 viewers. 833,000 viewers last night for the go-home show to AEW Revolution in the Cow Palace. 833,000 fucking viewers.
Bruh.
They lost nearly 200,000. Nearly. It was 170,000 gone.
This is terrible. And not only that, bro. But let's be honest, let's just keep it a buck, yo. I don't give a fuck if you're an apologist to AEW or not. Hand on your heart, bro. This pay-per-view, bro, the build has been shit. Been fucking shit. And I don't want to hear no one tell me differently. I can eat a dick. I don't want to fucking hear it. It's been shit.
Mm-hmm. And the reason I feel like last week is like not an exception because all of the ratings from Monday to Wednesday, or I should Monday to Thursday,
President's Day and all that stuff, right?
Dude, it's like Raw popped to 2 million. That show was awful.
Well,
and then
technically,
what NXT got like 700K.
Warner, according to Warner, it hit 4 million viewers. They get 4 million viewers a week.
Oh, that's the Nielsen ratings. According to Caden, those are rigged ratings.
Tony needs to get his shit together. That's a horrible for their standard. Yeah, man. Listen, this company's not a baby anymore. Well, technically, yes. If you compare it to WWE, I get it, right? It's a baby. But they've been around now for almost about to be 5 years now? It's about to be?
About to be, yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, get it together, homie. Get it together. Get your shit together. All right? Bro, it's so bad, dude. I don't even feel like reviewing the rest of the show, man. Like, okay, let's just rapid fire. Let's just rapid fire real quick, all right? Let's rapid fire this shit. Jericho and Peter Avalon. Peter Avalon, honestly, bro, yeah, it was a shit thing. They gave Avalon a lot of offense here. I'm happy.
3-minute match.
I'm happy that he toned it up a little bit in his physique. He toned it up a little bit. That's good to see. I'm sure some outlaw independent booker will raise his price up or raise his rate, whatever the fuck it may be. You know what I mean? But just to have him wrestle some high school gym, it is what it is, okay? But Jericho got them with the code breaker. Not even the fucking Judas effect. That's how much of a bum he is. They didn't even get hit with the Judas effect. They get hit with the code breaker, bro. That's how bad it was.
Steve, pre-send the link to Caden.
Bro, we're about to wrap up the show. We're about to wrap up the show.
Let's give him his rant. He's gonna rant about the tag team division.
Cause I got shit to do, man. I got shit to do.
I understand.
Fuck. You know about that. You know about to happen, right? I love Caden, but you know it's about to happen, right? You know
We'll time him. We'll give him 7 minutes.
Is he home already? Is he home?
He's 10 minutes away from home.
Fuck, bro. I got shit to do at 4:30, man. So tell you what, have him do it tomorrow. Have him do it tomorrow. Can you wait for tomorrow on Around the Point? Oh, she won't be on tomorrow. Fuck.
Yeah, he won't be on tomorrow. Let's just give him this. And if you gotta go, I'll end the show.
Fine. Caden, you got send the link. But he has 5 minutes.
No, you do it, because you do it.
Caden, it's in the chat. Okay. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Romeo. He got his own show. He got his own show tonight.
That's right.
Yeah,
Romeo's right.
Yeah. Say you had your own show tonight. You say it there, Caden. All right. We love you and all, but you say it at your own show right now. I got shit to do, man. What else happened here? We had a Hook. Oh, by the way, we had Christian Cage being interviewed by Renee Paquette in the ring. He challenged Jack Perry to a fight. A video was shown of Jack Perry digging a grave in a tombstone that has Christian Cage's name on it. We don't even know if that's gonna be on fucking we don't even know if it's gonna be on the pay-per-view, on Ramp. We don't even know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Romeo. Thank you. Okay. After that, we got Hook versus Matt Hardy. Nothing to do, Mike. Hook versus Matt Hardy was a dud. Is it on the pay-per-view? How come the notes on a certain site hasn't put that on their notes here? Do you think they would have prepared? You know, Ken, you better talk to your boys. Ken, you better go talk to your boys. You know what I'm saying? You better go. Hey, put some.
All right. Let's keep going.
Let's keep it going. But you better go talk to your boys though. Let them know, hey, put it on the site. Anyway,
stop the drama. Let's go.
I know. Love you, Kaden. Okay, it's on the pay-per-view. Good. Awesome. Nah. It is what it is. That's my bathroom break. We had Hook and Matt Hardy. Probably Hook's longest match that he's been in.
It's they need to
I'm happy that, you know, I'll say this, right? Yeah, it's Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy took care of him in there, right? As a veteran.
Yeah, but it's time to start giving him something of substance.
Yes, I'm tired of this being him being the, oh yeah, I'll kick your ass in 2 seconds and that's it. Like, yeah, bro, that's not gonna cut it for me.
Yeah, it's time to get him something of substance, man. I know they're trying to, hold his hand a little bit, but this is a grown man sport, and I know his daddy's on commentary. But hey, this is. You want to play with the big boys.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not
let
saying,
his hand go.
I'm not saying Hook was bad, was amazing here. Like he looked a little bit, you know, but you know, at the same time, you know who, I don't want to say it, but if the roles in a different world, in an alternate universe, I would send Hook to the Tuesday nights, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
I'm talking AEW Dark, AEW Dark, buddy, AEW Dark.
Okay.
Okay. You know what I mean? But that's just me, of course. From there, but obviously Hook got the win. He beat Matt Hardy, so now because of this, they're gonna, I guess, him and Silky will have a match. So there's that. We had the House of Black backstage cutting one final promo before Sunday, and they leave the trios titles on the ground. whoop-de-doo. It should be a fun match. I do think though. I think over 12 super kicks from both teams here. Oh my God, Steve! Do you hear the hook pops? Yes, I heard the hook pops a year ago.
He still get pops, but
He still gets pops.
it's time to give him something of substance. Enough
Yes.
with these rinky-dink matches.
Yes.
Time to give him a real feud. Give him a real feud. See what he's got.
You know what it is. Let's see. I'm gonna say, bro. These nerds and virgins, bro. Hook comes out, they'll mark out for anything the Hook does. No matter what he does, Hook can't do in their eyes. Hook can't do no wrong. After all, he is the rookie of the year, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is what it is. From there, we had Toni Storm versus Riho, two former women's champions here. You know what? There was one spot I liked.
What?
You know, the spot where Toni Storm booty rushed Riho's face into the bottom turnbuckle, right?
Oh, I don't remember. You would think I would remember something like that, but I don't remember this match at all. This feud's so stupid. I don't even care about the matches they have until we get to that triple threat, because we know it's still going to continue until we get what I think Caden said, the blood and guts. So I'm slowly waiting for that so we can get on with this feud.
Yeah. It was fine for what it was worth. Two former women's champions, two former AEW women's champions, right? Trying to give it their all here, And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. There's a moment in this match, bro. People with their hands folded. Like Ruby Soho came out, right? There's like a little brawl right at the end, right? They're all brawling and shit, and people were just sitting there. You notice that? People were just sitting there with their hands folded.
I guess so. I guess they were.
What else happened here? We already mentioned the battle royal for what it was worth, and the world title match. And I disagree. You can hate the storyline, but it was still a good match. Fine, I guess. But again, you need of course, Katie will agree. Again, different to each their own, what you may think is great and awesome and hunky dory may not be it for us, and vice versa, and that's fine, but from what I've seen, the people were just sitting there with their hands folded, especially when Saraya, and it doesn't help what Saraya been doing on Twitter. Even though I think at times it's funny as shit, but it is what it is. But that was basically Dynamite in a whole, bro. Big Mike, what would you give this episode of Dynamite, the Go Home Show? What would you give it?
I give it a C plus.
I'll give it a C. Man. Let me see here. But why are you judging the match on the crowd reaction instead of what you thought of it? I'm just pointing out, bro. They were with their hands folded for a moment in this match. Again, they had a fun match for what it was worth. But it did not change the fact that crowd and the Cow Palace had their hands folded. Just sitting there. Okay? I gave last night's show a B minus. That's respectable. That's cool. Western writes here, AEW sucks, bro. To each their own, right? But anyway, guys,
opinion.
It's an opinion. It's an opinion. C plus from Mr. Fed, a B by Caden. Of course, it's respectable. Again, guys, speaking of Caden, later on today at 7 p.m., he's gonna have his own show here on the Around the Point Network. That's right. It's gonna be all honor. Wait a minute. Wait, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? It's gonna be all honor at 7 p.m., the Ring of Honor watch along. Myself, Big Mike, Walter will be joining him for the watch along. Should be a fun one at 7 p.m. So join us.
He said he's starting at 6:50.
6:50. Well, we shall see about that. We shall see. 6:50 it is, huh? 6:50. Well, he'll start at 6:50. I'll be on at 7. So there's that. All right. Guys, Chief writes here C plus. Gainer at 650. It's fair enough. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down below. Reaction is everything you can have on your own opinion, but reaction is what wrestling is built on. Fair enough. All right, guys. If you are new to the Around the Point Network, hit that subscribe button down below. Okay? Hit that subscribe button down below. Okay? If you're new to this channel. All right? We have a lot of shows happening here on the channel as well. And again, there'll be more shows to be added down the road. We have some ideas. We'll let you guys know about those ideas in a different time down the road. Okay? But just to remind you guys, all right, today, 7 p.m., it's All Honor, episode 1 with Caden, the Ring of Honor watch along. And tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time, Around the Point live with the AEW Revolution 2023 preview, as we will be predicting and previewing everything from Revolution that will go down this Sunday. Also on Friday, we'll be joining the good brothers over at True Heel Heat for the Friday Night Warriors. We'll be watching along SmackDown and AEW Rampage. It's a very big stacked SmackDown, and some will say a very exciting Rampage, right? And of course, Saturday at UFC 287, we'll be watching it with the good brothers over there at True Heel Heat Sports. And also Sunday, Revolution. We'll be watching with them. All right. And then, of course, Monday, we're back here for Steve's Kitchen. All right. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteve. Big Mike, let them know where can they check you out.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at DetroitGamer313. Also later today, supporting Caden in his new show. And everywhere else that Steve said that we're doing watch along.
Exactly. By the way, I might not be on the chat because I don't want to get time out for no reason at all. What do you mean? You won't get time out. What does that mean? Might not be on the chat because I don't want to get time out for no reason at all. That won't happen. Steve, stay on. I gotta get the law. Well, send it to us in the DM. Send it to us in the DM, Caden. All right. He thinks I'll time him out. Well, Caden won't time you out. Well.
Oh, no. That won't happen. No, Safed, he did that by accident. He didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, he didn't mean to do that. Nah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
This has been everything that's something about Dynamite. For myself, for Big Mike, for Chase, for the gang. We'll see you guys later on at 7 p.m. for All Honor here on the Around the Point Network. See you guys in a couple of hours. Peace out, y'all.